Hey gang, let's talk about how to swing a kettlebell correctly. First of all, when you approach the kettlebell, you want to stand back. Don't step right up on top of it. Move back so you can reach out and let gravity help you. Such as that. Just a good habit. Reach out, tilt the kettlebell, swing it back. That's always your start position. That'll get you going. That's better than picking it up and then trying to initiate a swing like that. You're better off every time, walk up away from the kettlebell, reach out and grab it, swing it back. Now you're going. No risk of injury. Good habit. Let's talk about what the swing should look like. It's a hinge, not a squat. If there's one thing I see people doing wrong or something that could be improved is that they make their kettlebell swings look like a squat. And that's not desirable. It's a hinge. It should look like this here. Hinge, not squat. If you have too much vertical component, you're not doing a kettlebell swing and you're missing out on the benefits of the swing for the hinge purpose that it serves. So let's look at what it should look like and then what it should not look like. There we go. Okay, now my kettlebell swings are not the greatest in the world, but I think they're mechanically pretty sound. That's pretty much what you want that to look like. Now let's look at what it should not look like, or what we want to avoid, okay? So what I see a lot. Okay, the second one, too much squat. The first one, plenty of hinge. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's try to keep the kettlebell swing mechanics in the hinge pattern, not the squat. Secondly, a flaw that I see is people letting the kettlebell yank them out of position. You want to control the kettlebell, not have it control you. So the path of the bell should not be this huge arc away from you that goes all the way out and approaches the floor, right? It should be a tight, controlled arc that looks like this, more or less, okay? Controlled arc, not too close to the floor. Keep it tight. Okay, so part of what helps that is keeping your shoulders packed, as they say. Don't let the kettlebell pull you out of position. You control it, you stay tight. Notice the arc is a shallow arc, and I keep my triceps pinned to my lats, okay? So that I'm not allowing it to get like this, right? Then you put yourself at risk of injury and you have poor mechanics. So let me see if I can do a few bad reps, show you kind of what that looks like. So you'll see what we're trying to avoid. Okay? Sorry, that's kind of hard for me to do, but I hope you get the idea. If you find that the kettlebell is very close to the floor, or that you are rounding your back, or that you're getting off balance, these are some clues that you maybe need to tighten things up just a little bit. So, there's one more that I think is worth mentioning, and that's people's tendency to send the kettlebell far too high up in the air. The kettlebell swing is fundamentally about the hinge. So when your hinge is complete, the swing is complete. There is no compelling need to continue the motion of the kettlebell beyond that, unless you plan to throw it in the air like a strongman event, okay? So the kettlebell swing should end somewhere in here, okay? If you go up here, no big deal. If you end up here, no big deal. But we don't want to be way up there, because that's where maybe some bad stuff starts to be more likely to happen. So I like having my arms slightly bent. Some people have them more straight. As long as we are not way up here, I think we're pretty good to go. So I'll do a few just to demonstrate roughly where that is. Hope you get the idea. Okay, one more item that crosses my mind is people fail to understand that the kettlebell swing is intended to be very explosive, and they are sluggish or tentative when they are doing the action. We need that movement to be explosive. We need you to have intent behind it. We need you to accelerate up, and we need you to achieve this top position aggressively, okay? So I'll do again a couple of swings that are sluggish, tentative, and then try to contrast those with some that are snappy, peppy, and powerful, okay? So check it out. Often what I see is something like this. Okay? I don't hear any breathing. I don't hear or see any real intent. Let's have some intent behind that so that we are popping those hips open and the quads are firing and everything looks tight and it looks like you mean business what you're doing. Okay, something like this. Okay, better? Hope that helps, guys. Just a few tips on making your kettlebell swings more productive. See you next time.